after an enthralling encounter against a spirited South Africa in a game which the Golden Eaglets showed that character, grit, and determination to win. They now face Burkina Faso, a tricky West African customer, in the quarterfinals. In this video, we preview and explore the crunch clash for you. My name is Ayomide Sotubo, and this is the Nutmeg's AFCON special on Guardian TV. Ifeoluwa and Tomoa joins me in the studio, but let me ask you first, Ife. Let's not forget that essentially this tournament is first talent on to where, of course, we're searching for Africa's next biggest football stars. 5-3 thriller against South Africa over the weekend. Who interested you the most? I mean, which stars did you take note of? I mean, a game that could provide 5 goals. Which stars shone for you in that game?
For me, in that 3-2 encounter, the coach, I will give credit to the coach, yes, first, because he decided to change the front three and brought in Charles Agada and Light AK, who started alongside Abubakar Abdullahi, who has been starting the first 2 games. So those 2 players brought in a fluidity in that attack, in that front three, and they brought in goals. Both of them scored the goals, and Charles Agada stood out for me particularly, even though he came off on the 72 minute for the captain, Precious Williams, but he got a goal, got an assist, and he kept on driving on pushing the attack. Even in the first game too, the same thing. When he came on, you could see how determined he was to make sure that he gets something. He had a shot, even coming in the space of less than 5 minutes. He had a shot. So he's one of the standout players for me. Going forward, let's see how we will do again. Okay,
let's see how we do again. But Siabonga Mabina, our youngest player to make his debut in the South African League, right there, and of course shown in that game as well. In fact, after the game, Coach Nukangbade went ahead to display a show of sportsmanship, giving him a hug. How far do you see such a talent going in the future?
Well, looking at an African young player performing in the AFCON is something one should be proud about. I mean, look at the likes of Victor Osimhen, who also shown at the AFCON U-17, and seeing Mabena, who was the man of the match in that particular game, getting a goal for South Africa. To be honest, I'm actually pleased with Mabena, and I can say I see him rather being at the top of the game, of course, in the world. Not even in Africa, because I really don't think he is going to be limited, to Mamelodi Sundowns rather.
Yeah, he's really one to watch. Even from the first game, he was creating chances. He was the only, like I told you about the game against Morocco, he was the only one creating chances for their players, and most of the chances came through their play. Despite the fact that they lost, he was the only one creating chances. So it's a gem in the making.
He's a gem in the making, Siabonga Mabina, of course. Okay, let's now switch focus, of course, to Burkina Faso, because these guys are a tricky customer to deal with, and that is typical of West African sides in this tournament, all right? But essentially, these were the team that we defeated to win the WAFU B Under-17 tournament sometimes in June of last year, and also they defeated defending champions Cameroon to enter into the quarterfinal and also to face the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. What can you expect from that game? They won one out of their 2 games played. Yeah. They lost 1, and also they scored 2 goals.
I went online and then I checked, the statistics for that game. And believe me, Burkina Faso scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Suleiman Aliou getting 2 goals, to Omo, and Burkina Faso, the ticket to the quarterfinals. But knocking out the champions, Cameroon is something to be proud of, Ayomide. Burkina Faso, they've been indifferent actually. They lost to Mali in the first game of the tournament, 1-0, and then defeating Cameroon 2-1. What I can actually say about them is the fact that they are determined. They are determined side. The coach Aliou, was talking about the fact that he knows what his boys can do, and they also will be looking forward to, progressing ahead of Nigeria. But obviously, I think we'll see a game that's going to be interesting, Burkina Faso versus Nigeria immediately.
All right, let's have your early predictions, because this game determines if we qualify into the World Cup later this year. I'm talking about the FIFA Under-17 World Cup that will be held in Peru. That's in November. What are your early predictions for the game?
Well, I'm expecting goal first again, because they are very, very good with wing play. They're very good with wing play, and their striker is very, very sharp one. So I'm not directing our side. So but it's going to be 2-1, 3-2.
Okay. Toma, you have a scoreline in mind?
Burkina Faso are not a team to score too many goals, and same could also be said for Nigeria, for the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria.
But they did score 3.
They did score 3, exactly. That was coming from behind. I mean, but I expect to see the Golden Eaglets, coming up top in this one, probably by a 2-1 scoreline.
Okay, 2-1 scoreline is. You can also let us know what your thoughts are about the Golden Eaglets, what your thoughts are about the scoreline. You can give your predictions in the comment section. This is how we wrap up this edition of the Nutmeg's AFCON special. You can join the community, of course, the Nutmeg, by hitting the subscribe button. You can get our latest videos as well when you tap the notification bells. We wish the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria the best when they face Burkina Faso much later this week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. But on this edition, it's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ayomide Sotubo, and this is the Nutmeg's AFCON special on Guardian TV.